Hello, my name is Dr. Christina Stanley. I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Chester in the UK, and I'm going to talk about the Carneddau pony population in the UK and why this would be the ideal candidate for fertility control. This population lives on the Carneddau mountain range, which is part of Snowdonia National Park in North Wales in the UK. You can see in the map on the left-hand side approximately where the population is within the UK. These ponies live in a mountainous area that's bordered by 3 major roads. There are footpaths traversing this area, and it's commonly used by mountain bikers and walkers. It's also used for sheep grazing. There are currently around 250 ponies in this population. They're termed semi-feral because they are privately owned by farmers who are part of the Carneddau Pony Society. These families have owned these ponies for hundreds of years, but they are relatively unmanaged. Once a year they are gathered in and rounded up where they conduct a health check, but other than that they're not given any kind of supplementary food, they aren't dewormed, their feet aren't attended to. To all intents and purposes, they are left to their own devices. They inhabit this large area of mountainous habitat, which is about 200 square kilometres. The Carneddau ponies play a very important role in maintaining biodiversity on the Carneddau Mountains. Due to their grazing patterns, they maintain the grassland mosaic of different species. They're also used for conservation grazing projects across the UK. One important characteristic of this population is that they are relatively free to breed. They can choose their breeding partners, and only the strongest stallions will pass on their genes to the next generation. This is extremely important as this population inhabits a very inhospitable area. Snow covers the landscape for a good number of months of the year, and the grazing is quite sparse. They suffer strong winds and very cold temperatures in the winter. The population has relatively high genetic diversity due to this choice of mating partners over the years, and the fact it's maintained at a higher level to preserve genetic diversity. The ponies are gathered in once a year by the Carneddau Pony Society, who manage the population. They're gathered by people on quad bikes and also on foot. Historically, this would have been carried out on horseback. The ponies are driven quietly down to the local farms, using features in the natural landscape to corral them and to funnel them towards these farms. When the ponies are brought down to the farms, they're separated out into groups according to which family owns them, and any surplus individuals are removed from the population. Historically, these would have been sold as children's riding ponies or as driving ponies, and they were also used as pit ponies in the coal mines historically. The main issue this population is facing is that there's no natural population control. There are no natural predators for these ponies, and the sex ratio is currently highly skewed towards females due to mainly males being removed from the population. Since each female produces approximately 2 foals every 3 years, this would cause a great increase in the population if youngsters were not removed from it. But there's a problem as to where to take these foals to each year. In the past, they would have been sold as children's riding ponies, but the market for this is a lot lower than it used to be. Fertility control would be the optimal solution for this population. It would allow us to maintain the population at the optimum size for the habitat, so they can carry out their conservation grazing role. It would reduce the burden of rehoming. It is becoming increasingly difficult to find homes for these ponies every year. It would also avoid any individuals experiencing poor welfare. By choosing which mares to breed, we can give the older or poorer condition mares a break so they don't breed twice in every 3 years as they would do naturally. This would be extremely beneficial for the population as a whole. The ultimate aim would be to have a stable population level on these mountains, to have strong, healthy foals born each year, and to ensure that all individuals maintain positive welfare by controlling which mares breed. This would mean the population could effectively complete its conservation grazing role on the mountains at its optimal size so that the biodiversity can be maintained for years to come.